In this video, I'm going to discuss the squat. For the purpose of health and fitness with the Vitality program, there's a couple things that we want to keep in mind as we perform this movement, whether it's loaded or done at body weight. Back here I have this diagram of basically the bottom of your foot, and these three dots represent 3 points of balance. So the point right under your big toe, the point under your last toe or your pinky toe, and then the point in the middle of your heel. So as you go through the squat, which I'll show you later on in this video, whether loaded or done at body weight, like I said, all three of those points should maintain the same amount of pressure against the ground. The common problem we're going to run into when it comes to the squat is mobility. In the corporate environment, many people spend their entire careers, or the majority of their careers, in a seated position at a desk. That couldn't get any more unhealthy than it already is. Now combine that with a lack of exercise and a lack of decent nutrition, and that's just creating a disaster as far as health is concerned, especially the longer you go in life where you're not doing something about it. With the purpose of Vitality, our goal is to get you moving, to get you mobile, get you to a point where you don't lose that health and that mobility in your hips and your knees and your ankles, and to develop some leg strength and core strength using the squat to combat that point of sickness or that point of old age where you can't get around on your own, or you can't get up out of a chair easily, or you can't walk up the stairs. Next are 3 different ways the squat can be performed. The first here is a box squat, which demonstrates ways that we can improve mobility over time, and so that anyone with mobility issues is still able to actually complete the squat. It just depends on the depth that they'll go to. Otherwise, as I do these, I'll still try to make sure that I'm focused on maintaining that balance across the bottom of the foot, those 3 points I talked about earlier on in the video. And before every rep, I'm taking a breath in through my nose and creating some tension in the abs, as if someone's standing in front of me that's going to hit me in the stomach. I want to maintain that tension through every rep. In this next one, I put my heels up on an elevation, whether it's some plates or the edge of our platform as shown here, to create some artificial ankle mobility. This is one way to maintain a proper balanced position and a more upright torso as you're trying to squat, but it depends. It's all based on individual experience as well as ability at this point in time. From here, this is a movement that you'll be able to load, whether you use a dumbbell or kettlebell, at what's called the front rack position. It's basically just supporting the dumbbell as close to the shoulders as possible and working to maintain that upright torso. Eventually, the goal is to be able to do this movement without any sort of assistance, whether it's that elevation in your heels or squatting down to a box, and then being able to add weight to it, as I show in this last version of the squat here.